Happy December, y'all. It is December 1st. That means we are officially in holiday season. I don't know what it is about this time of the year where I get mother effing depressed. It's like I have an existential crisis. And then, okay, so there's only one time out of the entire year where I start to feel a little lonely. Like I kind of wish I was cuffed up. Like I kind of wish I had a boyfriend, and it's the holiday season. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like the cozy winter, it's the snow, we have Christmas, we have Valentine's Day. That is the only time that I feel like, oh, I wish I had a boyfriend. And then after that, I'm good. So yeah, I know that's going to hit soon, and I'm just going to have to deal with it. But anyway, it's not love, but life after lockup is back. I asked you in my community tab if you wanted me to cover the new season of Life After Lockup, and I honestly didn't know what people were going to say. And it was like an overwhelming yes. So, well, you know what that means. Let's get into it. Let's start with Kerok and Britney. Now, they were on the last season of Love After Lockup, the same season that Joynomi and Redd were, but I didn't get to cover them. I only covered Joy and Redd because that's all I had time for. But I want to get into their story. So I feel like this is a great opportunity. We're in a brand new season. So let me just give you a little background of Kerok and Britney and how they met. And I might not get everything right. So if I make some boo-boos, let me know in the comments and just correct me. So Kerok and Britney actually met in prison. They were both doing time. And Kerok was actually in the middle of his transition. And I was shook, first of all, that prison actually provided and allowed inmates to get hormones, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, Britney met him during his transition and they fell in love. And Britney got out first. And so Britney was waiting for him. He was released. They got together and they started living together. Now, what I found so interesting about them was they want to have kids. Well, I don't think Kerok wants to have kids, but Britney really, really wants to have kids. So she wants to be pregnant using Kerok's eggs. But in order for that egg, Kerok has to stop all his hormones and actually be put back on estrogen. Because once he started testosterone and all that, his egg production completely stopped. And he's going to develop breasts again. His voice is going to get higher again. And so everything is going to start getting reversed. And Kerok was like, oh, hell no. And I totally understand. Like that's almost like re-traumatizing someone. Now, Britney didn't like that. She was trying so hard to convince Kerok to, just go back on estrogen just for a little bit. This is for like a greater purpose. They're going to have a child together. But personally, I don't even think that Kerok wants a kid. He doesn't know what he wants. He was just released from jail and he's still he's transitioning and he's trying to figure his life out. Something else that blew my mind was when they were talking, one of their conversations, he was talking about how, Britney didn't understand what it felt like to be in a body that you hated, that you didn't identify with. And she was like, no, I do, babe. I don't like my ass. That's why I want a BBL. Girl, in what world is that the same? And she didn't get it. But anyway, so that's kind of the TLDR. Now, in the new episode of the brand new season of Life After Lockup, Kerok tells his mom that he wants to propose to Britney. And first of all, I love his mom. I love her. She's so sweet. And I do love their relationship. Kerok has a wonderful relationship with his mom. And she is so freaking supportive. And she loves Britney. She's like, oh my God, I love Britney. I think you guys are perfect for each other. I totally support this marriage. So his mom gives him a ring that she wants him to propose to. Since Britney is super traditional, he wants to get at least one member of her family to approve of their marriage and get their blessing. But he doesn't know who to go to because I forgot to mention, her family, like especially her parents, are kind of transphobic and homophobic. Now, Kerok planned a surprise proposal for Britney, so he's telling her to get ready. They're going to head out on their date. It's supposed to be dinner and horseback riding into the sunset. And Britney's super excited. She was like, oh my God, I haven't ridden a horse in so long. Like, I'm super excited. Now, they're in the car. Kerok's driving, and I guess they pass by like a bad neighbor. Goes, well, I remember that you told me the story a long time ago, and I remember you saying that they were Black, and that just made me wonder if... And Britney's like, stop. I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to get into this. Don't imply that my dad is racist. He is not. And he goes, well, I'm not saying he's racist. All I'm saying is if he got jumped by 7 black guys, that might be a reason as to why he just doesn't want to meet me. Then Britney flat out says he doesn't want to meet you because you're trans.
He doesn't want to meet you probably because you're trans.
All right, then.
Oh, okay then. You can't get any more blunt than that. Now, after that conversation, the vibe is just a little off. And Kerok tries to lighten the mood by saying, listen, all I'm saying is I hope your parents can come around someday and accept our relationship. And she agrees. Finally, they arrive to the, quote, horseback riding place, except there's a small sign outside that says skydiving. And so they go inside and he's like, surprise, we're gonna go jump off a plane. And Britney's like, oh, hell no. I did not agree to this. Why wouldn't you tell me this? I am not mentally prepared for this. I don't want to do this. And he tells her, well, if you want to prove that you love me, you have to do this. What? Come on, that is not fair. She doesn't have to do this to prove her love for him. But despite being scared, she signs the waivers. They both sign their lives away and they change into their skydiving gear. Kerok's able to sneak away for a little bit to call Britney's grandmother to get her blessing. And her grandmother gives him her blessing. So I thought that was really cute, really sweet. And he runs back. Now they hop on the plane. I'm sure their adrenaline is pumping. And the plane takes off and it ends right there. So we'll see what happens in the next episode. Moving on to Louie and Melissa. I also didn't talk about them. They were on the last season of Love After Lockup. So here's a super quick recap. Basically, Louie was like the hot popular guy in school that all the girls wanted, and Melissa was a loser. And then many years later, they got back in touch through Facebook and they started dating while he was in prison. Now, once he got out, she was super happy because she finally got the hot guy that she always wanted. And then things kind of went downhill. First of all, he had a super clingy mom named Donna who absolutely hated Melissa. Well, they actually hated each other. They could not stand each other and they never got along. And Louie was missing a bunch of teeth. They were like rotten, missing from all his drug use. And so she took him to the dentist last season and his whole mouth with implants was going to cost $40,000. So instead, since they couldn't afford all that money, they went with dentures. Now, Melissa paid for his dentures. It was like $4,000 or $5,000. And she was complaining about it because she was like, oh my God, I'm going to have a boyfriend who doesn't have teeth and he's just going to have an old man mouth. And oh, that's not sexy. Like, shut up. If you love him, you have to accept him for the way he is. And then she was complaining to him about how he couldn't get like a better job and how he just wasn't being a man. And mind you, he got a job at the pizzeria like immediately after he was released. Like that never happens. And he got a job and he was excited to start working. And she just shit on his parade. I thought that was really mean. And she was just like, oh, I just thought you were going to be different. I thought you were going to be a man and take charge, blah, 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 whatever. So then she goes to Louie and tells him that she needs some space. They need to be on a break. And so that's where things ended and we're picking up from there. And I forgot to let you know that they live in separate states. She lives in New Jersey and he was going to plan on moving to New Jersey to be with her, but they broke up or kind of broke up. I don't know. Now, Louie decides to surprise her in New Jersey at her job. So she's working at a bar and it kind of looks like she's flirting with the customers there. Yeah. And he walks in and he's like, surprise. And Melissa is super thrown off. She's like, Louie, what are you doing here? She's like, why are you here? Why didn't you tell me? And he expected a better reaction. Like, aren't you happy to see me? And she's like, yeah, but I wish you told me. Like, she's complaining. All she does is complain. Okay, it's actually starting to really piss me off. The audacity, bitch. Okay, you finally got the hot guy from high school that you've always wanted, and now you're gonna stomp all over him.
Because you want me to be more independent, more manly, and that's
but you do it backwards.
So they're bickering about why he surprised her, and out of nowhere, she's like, oh, let me see your teeth. Show me your teeth. Smile. And he's like, and she goes, ugh, okay. And he goes, you don't like them? And she goes, no, it's not that. I just want my money's worth. What a freaking bitch. That's so mean to say. Like, he's already insecure about his mouth and his teeth and the whole situation. And Like you could tell that he was kind of embarrassed and kind of like holding back his smile, like he was insecure about it. In her confessional, she says she doesn't want to take Louie back right away because he's not been proactive about the job search.
What the hell, Melissa? He got a job at the frickin' pizzeria.
So after her shift, she brings him to her house, and she is the most unwelcoming person ever.
So where do you want me to go?
I mean, I guess you could just put your stuff in the guest room for now.
All right.
He doesn't even know where he's staying. He's like, where am I staying? She's like, oh, stay in that room, whatever. But, you know, I also get it. She was surprised. She wasn't expecting him, and it doesn't seem like she even wants him there. Like, break up with him then. Okay, why are you stringing him along? She goes into the kitchen and starts throwing spaghetti into the boiling water. She's heating up frozen meatballs.
Are they frozen meatballs?
Really? You were in prison for 10 years. I'm pretty sure you ate worse than that.
Oh my God, this is so awful. So they're arguing again about Louie's job. Melissa says, you didn't try hard enough to find a better job. And he goes, no one will hire me. I have tried. I have looked for jobs. I have gone in person to ask for jobs, and no one will hire me because I just got released from jail. You dumbass. No, he didn't say that part, but you know.
But you're out now, so I don't understand.
Okay, 4 months out. People don't get all of a sudden just get this huge jump start making money.
And Melissa comes up with excuse after excuse, and again, she was pissing me off. He goes, I'm working at the pizzeria right now because that's the only job I can get. Well, if the pizzeria is the only job you can get, then why are you here in Jersey? Like, what job are you going to get here? How are you going to support yourself? And he's speechless because he was like, oh, I didn't think about that. Does she even like him? Because I feel like if she saw a future with him, she'd probably be willing to work something out, you know, like build a future together. But no.
On it.
Now, the way I see it is Melissa fulfilled her high school fantasy, you know, got with the football player that every girl wanted, and now she's got the ick. Listen, I don't fault her for getting the ick. We can't help it when we get the ick. It just comes. But you know what I do fault her for? Not being straight up with him. Kim and Aris are back, and I'm super happy about it because I kind of like them as a couple. Actually, no, I really do like them as a couple. Lena, who's Aris's daughter, is the sweetest girl ever. And Cam makes me laugh. I think he's kind of like funny in a doofy, goofy way. So Aris is pregnant. She's going to deliver in 6 weeks, and they have to move out of their house because she got an evictions notice. The HOA is kicking them out because they did a background check on Cam, and they don't want an ex-felon in their community. Now, I didn't even know they could do that. Like, is that even legal? Like, you can just kick someone out while they're living there? But anyway, there's a lot that has to be done because, I mean, she's so pregnant. Like, she can't really even move, and everything needs to be packed. So she's like, Cam, come here. And Cam is playing video games with Lena.
Cam,
Yes.
come up here, please.
I swear to God, like, he is a child. He is so into this video game with Lena. And so he goes upstairs and he's like, what do you want, babe? And she goes, can you please hire some movers? And he goes, oh, that's another expense. And yeah, movers are expensive. I had no idea how expensive movers were until I hired my own for my upcoming move. They are expensive. They told me that I need to do at least 4 hours, and it was going to be like starting at 700 something. And then they calculated all the furniture that I had, and they said it was going to be at least $1,000. And I was like, really? Because honestly, everything I can move myself except for my sofa. I mean, I'm really hiring them to move my sofa. So anyway, they go house hunting, and Cam has this brilliant idea to buy an RV, but he didn't buy it. He went to look. Now Lena says, wow, Cam just has bad idea after bad idea. He's never had a good idea before.
Cam, he always comes up with bad ideas. Like a life on wheels. Nah.
By the way, I don't even know how they're going to buy a house in this market. Like, it is impossible. Have any of you successfully purchased a house in the year of 2023? And if you have, how? Because my friend has given 10 offers, okay? Tens of thousands over asking, waived inspection, and they've gotten denied. Every single one of them because another person offered cash. How does this work? I don't understand. Where are all these people coming up with this cash? Like, how do so many people have just like $400,000 in cash lying around just to buy a house? I don't understand. How am I supposed to buy a house if everybody has all this cash? Anyway, Cam wants the RV, but Aris said no. Lena said no. So I guess popular vote wins.
I just don't think that this is for us as a family.
Now look who we have here. We got Joynomi and Redd, and they're looking all happy. They're still on their way to New Mexico, and Joy asks him, so is there anything you don't like about me, Redd? And he goes, babe, I love everything about you, except for when you get a little bit paranoid and suspicious of me possibly cheating on you again. I love you. I will never do anything like that ever again. Okay. So they make a stop in Texas. They go to bed. The next morning, Redd goes to get them breakfast. Joy stays inside the room to talk to her sister and give her the 411. And while Redd's getting breakfast, he makes a phone call to who? Bestie. She didn't answer, so he leaves a voice message basically saying goodbye. Apparently, they forked twice that day. And according to him, it wasn't even good. Okay, Joy is way better because they just got that chemistry and they just got that love. But he's glad that he got it out of his system. And now he's ready to commit. Okay, he's a one-woman man.
I love Joy. You know, that's my baby. She treat me like a king. So this is a brand new beginning.
Now, in the middle of the day, they're in the middle of this random restaurant/bar, and all of a sudden, Redd gets down on one knee, and he goes, will you marry me? And she's like, oh my God, yes, Redd. Now, I have to say, the ring is very pretty, okay? I think it might be the prettiest ring I've ever seen on 90 Day and Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup. Like, I can't even believe Gino didn't get half as pretty of a ring with $200. Redd only spent $30. So yeah, now they're engaged. Yay. Guess who else is back? Tayler and Chance. Ugh, this POS SOB. They're at this home improvement store to get some stuff for Tayler's new business venture. She wants to start making and selling epoxy tables. I've never heard of them, but I guess it's a thing. You color the tables and do some stuff to it to make it look super cool.
I know how to make $1, even if I gotta print one from Walmart. Just kidding.
What you snorting there, huh, Chance? They go to one of their customers' house to talk about the table, what kind of design she wants, where she wants it in the living room. So Tayler pulls out her phone to show the customer like all the colors she can do and the designs. And then Chance wanders off into the kitchen and looks around. And he interrupts Tayler and says, oh, there's a lot of stuff we can fix around here. Like,
Yeah, I just noticed you have, is this a repair job right here?
I am not too sure.
Well, if you want, I can do repairs in here. I get really good deals on cabinets. We can definitely spoof the place up a little bit.
and Tayler goes,
Chance, we're here to do the epoxy coffee table, okay? Not the kitchen cabinets, Chance.
and this idiot loser goes,
That's cool. I don't need a brick to hit me in the head.
actually, I think you might. He walks out and goes to his truck. And ring, ring, he gets a phone call. That was shocking. Okay, he gets a phone call from his old friend who was just released from prison. And he is angry. Pissed. If I got that phone call, I would be so scared. His friend is like, you better effing pay me back, mother effer. Don't make me warn you again. I want my money, okay? Do you want me to show up over there? Like, get me my money, bitch.
Man, you listen to me, dude. Point blank period. All my money. Now. And I spared you, and I spared you. I'm done sparing you.
Apparently, he's a friend/business partner. I guess that's code for drug dealer. They were locked up together, and now he's out, and he wants his money. Okay, if Chance doesn't come up with the money, then he's dead meat. He's panicking. He's like, how much do I owe you? And the guy goes, you know what? It's been 3 years. So with interest, I want $1,000.
How much is it, bro?
Listen, that money, them 3 years adds up. You owe me a stack. I want $1,000, dude.
Okay, with interest, it's $1,000, 3 years worth of interest and $1,000. That means he borrowed a few $100s and he hasn't paid it back in 3 years. Oh my God, Chance is like, oh, I forgot about it. I just got carried away going to dinners and going on vacation. He's so freaking stupid. That guy is going on, and he's getting louder and angrier, and I'm about to pee in my pants for him. Like, I am so scared by just watching this and hearing the conversation over the TV. Now, if I got a call like that, I would give as many blowies as I needed to with my TMJ job to pay that money back ASAP. Like, lockjaw, who cares?
So that's a lot of money to come up with. There ain't no way.
Don't worry about me sending nobody. I'm coming myself.
Oh my God. So scary. Chance is overwhelmed. He is scared. He's about to shit his pants.
Money, bro. I'll tell you, if I have to call you back, that's because I'm yelling like this. Hey, I'm out front. Come on outside.
Damn.
And he goes into that house, the customer's house, and he tells Taylor, get out. We gotta go. And they go into the truck, and Taylor goes,
What's wrong? Like, why did you talk to me like that?
and he goes, oh, I just have a lot on my mind. And I feel bad for her, because if I were her, I would want to know if there's a very scary man about to come to my home to collect money. Oh God, I remember she has 3 kids and a fourth with Chance, a new baby. That is so unsafe. That is so dangerous. Like, Chance sucks. He sucks.
I told Taylor, I'm going to stop hiding stuff about money, and I'm not going to keep any secrets from you. But I have to keep this quiet. I don't want my family to think that I have monsters from my past that can come and be a danger in my present.
Woo! Well, that's it for today's recap. That was episode 1 of this season of Life After Lockup. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments. Are you rooting for any couple? Are you not rooting for any? Oh God, these aren't all the couples, by the way. We're getting Justine and Michael back, and we're also getting Sarah and Sean. And I can't think if there's anybody else. We're getting Lindsay and Blind. I love doing his voice. I really, really do. So I'm excited to cover them. Well, that's it for the recap. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments, and happy December. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.